Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very special exploration into the age of discovery.
It's the age of discovery as we know it.
And I feel fine. Yes, folks, the 19-year offerings from Glenfiddich. Now, folks, the link will be in the description. Definitely check out the 19-year Madeira cask finished, but now we're going to get a little deeper into this. So, without further ado, let's move right on to... Oh, let's see what we got here. I love this box. It presents so handsomely. All right.
What are we getting this time?
Let's go with you.
What do we get?
Red Wine Cask.
You've got a lofty bar to meet.
Ooh, wines of South America. Okay, okay. So that tells me this is probably Malbec or like Cabernet Sauvignon or something like that. But yeah, Malbec grows really good in South America, even better than it does in Europe. So, oh boy. So T, yep, get into the Red Wine Cask. Open one more.
Next.
I was about to say.
This is a ridiculously cool box.
I know, ain't it though?
Wow. This is 40% ABV, I assume. They probably all are.
Yep. All right, hang on. Let's see.
Oh.
Well, yeah. What do you got?
Poop. Red Wine Cask finish. 19-year Glenfiddich Single Malt Scotch whiskey. Nothing can be more improving to a young naturalist than a journey in a distant country.
Exploring naturalist.
Ha. In 1831, HMS Beagle sailed from Plymouth in England. Charles Darwin, a young gentleman naturalist, was on board the ship, having been recruited by Robert Fitzroy, ship's captain, to record the natural history and geology that they were to encounter on their travels. Beagle's voyage lasted nearly 5 years, sailing down the east coast of South America, through the Straits of Magellan, up the west coast, and then onward to the Galapagos, Tahiti, New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa. Having circled the globe, they returned to England, landing in Falmouth in 1836. Darwin spent much of the trip traveling on land, making long expeditions to the interior of South America, collecting specimens of plants, animals, and fossils, as well as recordings of the geology of the places he visited. In Argentina, he visited what we know to become the key wine-growing regions of
Mendoza
and Rio Negro.
I wasn't even reading it. I just...
This 19-year-old Glenfiddich Single Malt Scotch whiskey has been finished in oak casks previously used to mature fine red wine. A selection of these casks came from the great wine-growing regions of South America, where they have been used to mellow the famously fine and full-bodied red wines. Darwin had a lifelong interest in vines, publishing a paper on the movements and habits of climbing plants and growing grapevines at Down House, his home in Kent. So, with all that being said,
very red wine.
Yeah, heavy red wine.
I'm loving it.
I'm not a big.
I knew you wouldn't be.
I'm not a big red wine fan, but this is actually very inviting.
Like, I might edit out, but like I was getting so deep that a little bit almost went up my nose for a second, like, because I'm just like, oh god, this is a heavenly nose to me, and I'm like, I'm trying to guess the wine, and the minute they said Mendoza, I'm like, okay, there is Malbec in here. Like, there's just no way that's, because the best Malbecs in the world are made in Mendoza. Even the French wine growers had to concede that Mendoza just makes... Now, Malbec, if you buy any Bordeaux blend, will have at least like 5% Malbec in it, which is how I got to know it. And so, God, this is just rich red wines, and like, I feel like I should be talking to wine snobs.
Yeah, I was
you know what I mean?
say.
Now, let's see how it...
This barely smells like a whiskey to me.
Yeah, like, all I'm getting is red wine. It's kind of like the Dalmore Dominion, how it's just a sherry bomb. This is like a Malbec bomb.
Oh, it's a really pleasant nose. No complaints whatsoever on the nose. Little tart like red wine. You get that dryness for sure. But it's still just sweet enough. Oh, the finish is very smooth. Very, very smooth. Wow. This is very nice. This is very nice.
Fruity. Delicious. Leave it on your palate for 19 seconds. Towards about second 15 is when some spice will start to show up. And it'll start to get a bit more up your alley there. But yeah, you're right. The red wine, the dryness, just the grapes, the fruit, the red orchard fruits. Like, I'm trying to think, it's not an apple, it's not a plum, but it's some red fruit that you can just sink your teeth right into. See what I mean?
No, it's really nice. And doing that, you get a little bit of a chocolatey finish.
Yeah, there's some chocolate there.
Wow.
It's almost Valentine's Day in a bottle.
This is really nice. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do. This is really good stuff.
So, here's the hard part, folks. We're going to grade this on a couple of 5-star scales. We're going to grade this as a single malt scotch, as a scotch, as a cask-aged spirit, it's shelving, and then the secret 5th question. So, Tony, as a single malt scotch,
I will go
on a 5-star scale.
I will go 4.
4 stars out of 5. I am going to disagree with you, but only just. I think you're being a little conservative here.
Okay.
And as a single malt, I'm going to give it 4.5. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
So, what can I say?
That's fair.
I enjoy it.
Nope.
It hits all the notes for me. You know, nice. I'm a lover of wine. I'm a lover of single malt scotch, and Speyside is my second favorite Scotch whiskey region.
Yeah,
so
this is very, very, very nice.
Yeah. Now, as a scotch, a bit wider world of sports here.
As a scotch, I'm going to give it an easy 4.25. This is a beautiful, delicate, inviting, and it doesn't give you a roller coaster ride of flavors, but you buckle in and you just kind of ride it out, and it's so very, very sweet and subtle and doesn't offend anybody. Like, this wouldn't offend anybody. This is a great, great scotch. I wouldn't introduce somebody to scotch with this, but somebody who's not used to the higher proof stuff, that doesn't want to be burnt out, this would be marvelous.
God, that's becoming a lot more chocolatey coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Deeper I get into it.
It's very nice on the finish.
As a scotch, I'm going to stick with 4.5. Okay. Like you said, I wouldn't introduce people to it, which is why it's actually getting docked a few points.
Ooh.
Now, as a cask-aged spirit,
I'm going to give it 4.25.
Okay. Why is that?
I think it's a little more niche, which probably kept me from going higher, but it's a 19-year-old Glenfiddich, and it's really damn good. It's really smooth.
So you gave it 4.25?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you, but only just a little bit. I'm not going to give it 1 star. I'm not going to give it 2 star.
Are you going to give it 3?
No, not as a Cascade Spirit. No, not 3.
What about 4?
No.
No.
So, not going to give it 4.25. 4.5 is a little, not quite. 4.75? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam! 5 stars as a cask-aged piece of masterpiece. Yes, in that regard, as cask aging in red wine, single malt Scotch whiskey, Brian Kinsman, God bless you and the amazing, amazing things that you bring to us every day. Yes, 5 stars as a cask age. What can I say?
Beautiful.
So, now, Tony, I put it on top of this box because is there any... Do we need to discuss what shelf it would go on?
No.
It's a top shelf. Now, when this bottle runs empty, would you seek one?
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is really nice. This isn't one that I would have initially sought out, but yeah, this is gorgeous. This is a great, great bottle of scotch.
If you love wine and you love scotch, this is pretty much for you.
I don't love wine, and this is a great scotch.
Yeah. That's if you don't like wine, this would still be a great one.
It's
so
really great. Really great.
Lordy. So yeah, I'll definitely be seeking out this one in the future if I can ever find it stateside. Good luck. So Tony, anything you'd like to say to the people?
No, this is. Oh God, I love Glenfiddich.
Well, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for this very special review of Glenfiddich Age of Discovery 19-year red wine cask finish from some of the amazing red wines of South America. Oh, goodness gracious, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope to find every last one of you back here at K.O.E. Nation happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves and God bless. And I'm handing it off to my indomitable, the one, the only, the man who's enjoying the Glenfiddich, the Speyside masterpiece, the glory that is the masterful art of Brian Kinsman, the way that only he can deliver it to us.
Tony G. Gosh, that's good. Thank you.
Catch you later, folks.
Here and see if it just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you get slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.